Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I have a firm favourite of mine, and that is one of my vending machine videos. I've only ever done 3 on this channel I think, but they've all been very popular. You guys have loved them, so I thought I'd bring another one for you today. Not only is that exciting enough though, this video is in collaboration with Squishy Boba Forever. Absolutely love her videos, and we've been kind of talking on the internet and stuff for a couple of years now, ever since we both started making squishy videos. I think her squishies are so cool, and she does loads of vending machine DIYs and that sort of stuff as well, so you guys will love her channel if you have not already subscribed. So I will leave her channel down in the description so you could check her out if you haven't already. Of course, I'm sure you already have. If you're familiar with my channel, then you'll be familiar with hers, but yeah, anyway, thought I would get that out there. Just go and subscribe to her channel because she is amazing. So not only is that exciting enough as well, tomorrow is going to be my big announcement. Like, hello, so nervous, so excited, hello, we're bringing it, it's going to be starting tomorrow. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. So yeah, that's coming tomorrow, but today's is the Squishy Vending Machine, so I'm just going to get started, stuck straight on into it. So to start off with making your mini vending machine, you're going to need a cardboard box. I'm just using this one, and I decided to cut down so that the front would open up fully so that I could get inside and do all of the bits that I need doing. I recommend doing this if you have a box that's quite small, because you really want to get your hands in there, and just open it up will be the easiest way. So I taped mine up a little bit because it was a little bit ripped from being in my recycling. I just went out and took this from my recycling, so yeah. Anyway, I took some cardboard pieces, cut them down into strips the same thickness as the box, and then just hot glued them down into place. I had one longer one and one shorter one, so that when like the squishies and stuff are in it and they're like falling down, you want them to kind of like narrow down into one section so that they'll come out easier. You just want to hot glue those pieces in place. If you don't have hot glue, use tape, but I probably would recommend hot glue. It's probably going to be the easiest way to secure them. Next, taking a toilet roll tube, I just made sure that that fit down in that kind of hole section part with like the funneled pieces of cardboard. I cut out a section of the toilet roll tube, and then I wrapped a piece of cardboard around to make a ring the same size. I then hot glued that ring to the back of the like vending machine pit, making sure not to glue down the toilet roll tube, just so that it had, you know, a place to turn around in and it wasn't going to pop out of place. I then cut down the toilet roll tube to make sure that it would fit inside of the vending machine box properly without any like lumps or bumps. Then I took another piece of cardboard and stuck that down to the end of the toilet roll tube without like that whole bit, so the bit that's poking out the front. That's just so that I have something to attach the tube on, which I'm going to use next. So I took this little tiny cardboard tube. This was actually from like the center of cotton thread, and I drew around that to make a hole the same size by poking my pen through and then just cutting it out and making it a little bit bigger. I then glued the tube to the cardboard circle that I just stuck on the toilet roll tube. But I did this by poking it through the hole on the outside so that it was all lined up perfectly. And I did cut it down so that it would, you know, poke back through when I turned the cardboard around. If that was too long, I wouldn't be able to, you know, pull the cardboard back. So I cut it beforehand. As you can see here, I'm just reinforcing that with some glue, and I did end up sticking a cocktail stick through it as well off camera, just because I felt like that would secure it a little bit better. I then took the cardboard inner circle to an old washi tape, cut out a cardboard circle again and stuck that down to make like the turning knob part of the like prize bit, but I didn't stick this on at this point because I still had other bits to do. So on the left side, I ended up making a like prize kind of little bit, access bit, basically where you turn the toilet roll tube. It's gonna turn the prize left into that hole, and then you're able to grab it through this like little swinging door. I also cut out a rectangle at the top to create a screen so that I could see all of my prizes inside. As you can see here, it's a nice big rectangle. To make this like sealed up and make sure the prizes and stuff won't fall out but I can still see through it, I used a piece of clear acetate and I just cut that down, hot glued that on the inside of the door, and just press that down into place. Once that was done, I was then able to seal up the whole entire thing, because that was pretty much all I was going to be doing for this one. If you want to insert a mani slot, this is the time to do so now. I didn't want to on this piece because this is just for storage, but yeah, do what you want basically. I hot glued it up, taped it up, just whatever felt, you know, right on whatever side I was gluing, and then I glued the little dial part which I made from the washi tape to that tube and cocktail stick, just so that when I wanted to turn it, I had something to turn. I used white acrylic paint to cover the whole entirety of the piece, just dumbing down that design of the Fiber One box just before going ahead and painting my final design, because I thought that this would make it easier. So the design I chose to do was like a rainbow, I want to say mochi. I always get that word wrong. I feel like everyone pronounces it different, but I always get it wrong. I never remember. But anyway, yeah, moving on to the rainbow, I used a pencil to just, you know, do some guidelines, and then I just painted it in some rainbowy kind of colours. They're not the exact rainbow, I know that, but I just did a rough rainbow of the colours I liked. With the rest of the vending machine, I painted it in a light pink acrylic, including that little dial for, you know, the prize tiny bit, and I just painted all the sides, all the top. Didn't bother painting the bottom or the back because I figured I'm not going to see that and it's probably a waste of paint. So once the whole thing was painted pink, I then went back in with some detailing. I used some Posca pens and some like paint markers for these bits. Posca pens are just acrylic paint in a pen form, so it's a lot easier to make like writing, stuff like that. For the little mochis, I coloured them in a gold metallic to make them really shine and make them a bit special, and then went back in with a black to put cute faces on them. I decided to make a sign like 3D separate just to add even more detail, so I painted that in a fuchsia colour, went in with my black Posca paint pen and started doing an outline of like some bubble writing, and then I coloured all of that in with a white, as well as adding a white arrow to the side. To attach this, I just used hot glue on the back of this, and then hot glued that to the top left hand bit of the vending machine, just over the screen a little bit, just to add a little bit of extra dimension. Thought it looked adorable. Look at that, so cute. On the side of the vending machine, I did like a prize guide kind of thing, so I drew out more mochis things. I drew out more of these cute little things, painted them in the colours of the squishies that I'm going to be putting in them, and then wrote a prize guide. So I had the lemon as the common, rose as uncommon, mint as rare, and then a gold one as ultra rare, because these are some squishies that I'm going to be DIYing and putting into here. In just a second you will see that, but yeah, this is what the prize guide looks like. I put cute faces on them. So once I had the main vending machine bit done, this is what it looked like. I do need to make the squishies for it, so in order to do that, I did this a really easy way. I took this like cake squishy which had all these bumps around, and then I just split them apart, which was so satisfying because this squishy is so soft. It's just really defective now because I've had it for so long. So yeah, I thought I'd repurpose it for this video. So what I did was I separated all of those like little bubbles at the top, and then I just went ahead and used some puffy paint mixture and just painted over sections of those at a time, making sure to go really in like to like the creases and stuff like that. I did one section in the lemon, the mint and the rose to match the prize guide on the side. I left that to dry overnight, and then the next day it was all like dried, and I just cut all of those bubbles off of the squishy so that I was left with loads of like individual kind of like semi-circle squishy bits. They weren't completed by any like, you know, by any point, but I mean, it was a good quick start to making them. I was going to be saving the strawberries as well, but they didn't cover as well, so I just stuck with the bubbles on the side. Once I had them all cut off, I then neatened them up with my scissors, just rounding them off, and then I used a silicone mat to kind of keep them upright and painted on the rest. I then left the squishies dry for another day, and then I painted cute faces on them all, and this is what they all look like together. They are so cute. Now, I did not create half as many as I needed, so I mean, my vending machine is looking a little bit empty right now, but I think that this will be a great place to kind of start and then build up some more little mochi inspired had squishies to go inside. In order to get the squishies inside, I just cut a rectangle at the back of the machine just with a craft knife, and then I was able to put all the squishies inside, just like press it shut, and you was unable to kind of see it through, which I really liked. So I grabbed all of my squishies and then stuffed them inside, and in order to get them out, all you have to do is turn that little knob. It will then pull the price down in the price section. You can get it out of that little flap, and once done, you then have your little squishy. So it's the perfect squishy vending machine for storing stuff, which is what I use my vending machines for, just to store mini squishies or charms. As you can see, not half as many of these squishies I needed, but I think it looks adorable anyway, and I am totally in love. So that is the end of today's video. I hope you have enjoyed it. Please do make sure to head on over to Squishy Baby Forever's channel. Absolutely love her, like I said in the intro, but it would really mean a lot to us both if you're subscribed to not only my channel but to hers as well. Also, be sure to stick around for tomorrow for that exciting thing that I've been telling you about for like the past week or two now, and I've been hitting on my Instagram and everything. Tomorrow is the day. It's the big day. Fingers crossed it goes well. I've got a lot riding on this. I'm really excited for it. Really want it to do well. But yeah, hopefully you'll join me again tomorrow, and I will see you then. Bye!